Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music.
That's right.
Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio.
Yes.
Deep in the heart of Texas, which is where we are at. Right now, right here, this moment.
At this moment.
This second.
This
It's,
very moment.
what day is it?
It is
February
Thursday,
11th. February 11th.
Yes.
That's when we're shooting this. You'll see it tomorrow, probably. On the 12th. So excited. All right, we're going to answer y'all's questions. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode 291 or maybe 292.
Yeah.
292.
93, I think.
290 something of Ask RNA, where Angela and I answer y'all's questions from all over the place out there in the plane of existence. And yeah, so if you're new here, we have a little music store in small town East Texas.
Yes.
And we teach lessons.
We do.
Piano, guitar, drums, voice, ukulele,
Yep.
bass, guitar,
Sometimes.
all kinds of stuff to people.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. And we sell guitars sometimes and stuff and things.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we also like to make YouTube videos, and one of our favorite ones is answering questions, FAQ style, to you good folks. All right, so if you're a long-time viewer, you know what's up. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. You know, if you're new, hit the thumbs up button. You're gonna like it. I just promise. You're gonna like it.
Whatever.
Yeah. Get ready.
Awesome,
Get your comment and fingers ready to leave some comments down below.
Yes.
And yeah, and if you want some swaggity swag, swaggity swag, if you want to support small business, the link in the description down there. Teespring, you can go buy a t-shirt or some socks or some leggings.
Yeah.
Or whatever, some RNA swaggity swag. Go get you that stuff if you're a long time viewer and you haven't done that.
Yeah.
My shirt's this too big. It's getting.
I
I need to put a logo on this thing. This is.
You might melt it though.
Yeah, it might. Anyways. Oh, it's over here. Adidas.
Yeah, that's
I got a logo. It is. All right. Anyways, let's get to questiones. First question from Neil, you bastard.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting. Dear RNA, I have a question. Love you our channel, but something tells me, Ryan, you are a real prick at home. Are you? That's the question. There's a lot of you are's in there.
Yeah.
Are you? You are you?
Yeah.
I don't think I can answer this question, Neil, you bastard. Oh, the bastard. Oh, yeah, that's right. I said it right.
Yeah, no, you said it right.
I did say it correctly. It wouldn't really be fair for me to answer this because obviously I like me some me. So
that's the wrong way to put it.
Probably. Yeah, no, who's gonna say that they're garbage, right?
Yeah.
But the probably the only other person in the world who knows me as well as I know me is Angela. So, and you live it with me.
I live it.
You live at me. You live with me.
the experience that is Ryan.
So, only people who come to the store on a daily basis and teach lessons, they know who I am. But only you know me at home.
Right, I do. I've known you for almost 25 years.
What am I like at home?
Yeah.
Am I a prick?
No.
Oh man. Shocking.
As much as he likes to be like all tough and gruff, he's not.
I am tough. I am what I need to be.
Well, everybody is. I think. I would think. Everybody is. They,
That's different than being a prick.
That's
true. A prick is like an a-hole, I guess.
Yes.
A jerk.
Which is hilarious. I always think these are funny comments because we've had this like 2 other times before. Like, Angela, you're kind of oppressing Angela or, whatever. And it just cracks me up because obviously you do not know me.
Yeah.
And true, and I know we probably didn't mean it this way, but just to educate you a little bit when it comes to a strong woman. And if you know the Enneagram, I am an 8. That means we become presidents, we become CEOs, and we're, badasses. So, as someone like me, to say something like that, you are automatically assuming that I have a low self-worth, that I would stay with somebody who treats me less than I deserve. that's basically what that statement is. Is like, because you see me as somebody who is easily manipulated and has no self-worth, that can't stand up for herself. And that's far from the truth. Anybody who's ever met me knows that I can handle myself. Even whenever we had somebody come into the shop that was aggressive and just a complete a-hole towards me, Ryan stood up to come out and defend me. And I was like, oh, no, I got this. But he wanted to, like, because I'm his wife, and he wanted to be chivalrous and be, he's a man. So he, of course, being a good man, he's going to come out and defend his family and his shop and everything. But I was like, oh, no, I got this. And I took that man down to his knees. If you know me, you know you know that we're Christians. If you ever spend any time, and I had just posted on my personal Instagram the kind of woman that I look up to in the Bible, and her name is Jael. I'll just let you Google that. It's in the book of Judges, and that's the kind of person that I am. So to say something like that, first off, not even going towards if or not he is saying little about me. It's not taking him down, is actually taking me down. You're putting a stigma on me saying that I have low self-worth, which is far from the truth. If anybody has ever met me, knows that's far from the truth. I might not be that eloquent, I might not be that talented in all areas, but I know that I'm beautiful, I know that I'm smart, and I know I'm worth more than to live with a prick for the last 25 years. So to give you a very long answer to a short question, no, he is not a prick, because I would never allow anybody to treat me like that. Or my kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting right here if he was one. And to imply that means that you think that I, again, don't have any self-worth.
Yeah.
So.
You think you're insulting me, but you're actually insulting her.
Yeah. And people don't think that.
Which is really
But that's
terrible.
The stigma of saying something like that to another person's counterpart. I had an actual friend on Facebook say, y'all two deserve each other. Well, Ryan doesn't really deserve you. And I was like, hold up. And she was like, oh no, I was just joking. I was like, but see, that's the thing. Is like the people like to say stuff and you don't really think it through on both sides of the gambit.
You actually think that's funny though.
The fact that you think it's funny is really wrong. So I put her immediately in her place, and I had no problem with that. We actually had a mutual friend saying that, talking about Ryan singing, and I was like, don't be an a-hole. I was like, that's not right. I don't care if it's joking or not, to say that, to tear somebody down because you think it might be funny or you're even just curious, it's stupid. So not to say that you are, I'm just saying it's just a common thing that goes on. But again, just to answer your question, no, he is not. He is hilarious. And that was one of the things that drew me to him, because the guy I dated before him.
You've dated jerks.
I have dated extreme jerks, very abusive. Even at a young age, at 20 and younger, between the ages of 17 and 20, I dated guys that were very abusive, very harmful, and were very toxic. And whenever Ryan came along and he treated me the way I knew I was created to be treated, with respect and with love and with protection, then obviously I was attracted to him immediately. So there you go.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
And
he keeps me laughing. Like, we are constantly laughing. We're always laughing. And then sometimes whenever I laugh, like belly laugh, he's like, mission accomplished. I made you laugh today. That's my goal. That was my goal today, was to make you laugh, And we also have, we are the first ones to say, who can say that I love you first in the morning?
It's always me.
Yes, because I'm not that affectionate. And so if anything, I'm the prick in the relationship.
You don't wake up as wide awake as when I wake up. I'm like,
right. He's like, I just love feeling you here. I love you. And I'm like, yeah.
It's more like we wake up and like, I love you first today.
Yeah, I love you first. I'm like, yeah, you did. Whatever.
It's a competition.
Shh. You're talking, and I don't really want you talking right now. So if anybody is the prick in the relationship, it is me. So.
Yeah, that's what's funny. I'm sure it's got to be a troll comment, really.
Yeah.
It has to,
Yeah.
Because
Which is
anybody who's
fine.
been a long-time viewer of us,
Oh,
or
yeah.
anybody who actually knows us in real life, is like,
Right. I think that they would find that hilarious.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. We even just had a friend, well, Elizabeth, we spent and had dinner with Art and Elizabeth, and she was like, y'all are just always laughing, you're always smiling, and obviously you love each other. And I was like, yeah, and I don't really think about it. I was like, are we always laughing and smiling? I guess we are. And of course I'm listening to her and I catch
Not
myself
when
like
we're
this, listening to her talking. I was like, dial it down.
Don't be so happy.
Don't be so
Don't
happy,
be so
Angela.
happy all the
God.
time. Yeah, but that's I think that's funny because anybody who knows us is like, yeah,
They know.
they know what's up. And that's one thing that we have friends over the years that we've made that have come to the shop or they've watched our videos and they're like, and then we like hang out or go to dinner. They've been here enough times, they're like, man, y'all are like the same. This is like, there's not like,
You get what you get when you get with us.
yeah, it's not like, well, this is how they are on
Right.
screen, but in real life they're like, oh, it's not like that
Yeah,
at
they're
all.
so unpleasant.
Oh my god.
No, as soon as you come in the door, and I mean, unless you want to be like that guy who came in
no,
a few
yeah.
years ago, you were always welcomed and loving, and we love all of the people who come in, and we love people visiting us, and it's just so cool.
But if you are a jerk, we'll kick
Super
you
cool.
out.
Yeah.
We have kicked people out of the store before.
Yes,
for being
because
assholes.
first and foremost, we protect the kids that are here, and we do not allow toxicity of verbiage, foul language, whatever. I've had to tell kids come in here, 20-year-olds, thinking just because this is a music store, they can act like complete D-bags. But I'm like, hey, dudes, there's a 5-year-old taking lessons in there. Shut your mouth or get out of here,
Yeah.
So,
There's a 5-year-old little girl right there, and you're gonna
right,
be
you're
swearing
saying stuff that
like,
she's never been experienced or whatever.
come
But-
on. I mean,
So
have
yeah,
some sense.
we are very protective, and
The
we're
real
very
world is in
loving,
the YouTube
and-
comment section. You just can't say what you want, whenever you want, wherever you want.
I know, because you will get put in your place.
There you go, Neil, you bastard. All right, next question. Walking Dead 1369. I like this one. He says, if Paul is the bitter bass man, would Chris Mitchell be the gleeful guitar man?
The giddy
guitar man. Giddy guitar man.
I would say giddy.
He's more of a giddy guitar man.
Yeah.
We talked last week how like Chris Mitchell from CMG Guitars and Devil Cat Amps is he's like the anti-Paul.
Yes, quasi.
Or Paul's like the bizarro Chris Mitchell.
There you go.
That's what it is. The quasi evil.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say Chris Mitchell is the giddy guitar man. I mean, he's always like, he talk about laughing a lot. Most of the time, when he leaves me voice messages or texts, it's always
funny.
Joking around, laughing, smiling.
First time I ever met Chris Mitchell was over the phone. We were brand new to be on this side of because we've known him for a long time now.
Oh, yeah. It's like since 2014.
And Ryan was talking to him about guitars and
2015?
stuff. Yeah, like talking to him about guitars and stuff like that. And he would call the shop pretending to be other people, like all the time.
Yeah.
Remember? He'd be like, hello, my name is... He was like, he's probably thinking, man, I haven't done that in a long time. Let me call Ryan and Angela tomorrow.
No, what happens is because he calls and he'll get Nicholas on the phone sometimes.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't know if he's talking to me or if he's talking to Nicholas.
That's true.
That's why. He's like, I don't know. Is this Ryan? Yeah, it's Ryan. I was like, oh, God. I thought it was your son. Yeah, we sound alike.
Yeah, anyways.
He's always laughing and joking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he played a prank. He pranked you or something. Or
GG, yes, he did. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who this is, and I was like, well, you can call back later. And he was like, no, Angela's me. Like,
it's
oh,
Chris.
okay.
It's Chris. Please buy guitars for me.
Yes.
I'm like, okay. You
like,
prank call me too many
I don't
times.
know.
I ain't gonna buy guitars.
I don't know what to do with this, but he has that kind of sense of
Chris
humor.
is
It's really
definitely
good.
the GGM.
Yes.
Gleeful guitar man.
Yes.
Giddy guitar man.
Giddy guitar man.
But they are like two sides of a coin,
Giggity.
right? Giggity. Giggity.
No.
So
Rein
yeah.
that in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chris might watch
Moving
this.
on.
I'll tell him, watch this, and he'll watch the 1 minute I tell him to watch. He won't watch the whole thing.
Yes.
He won't stream this whole thing. He doesn't make it into the legendary club every week. Chris is not a legend.
That's okay.
But some of y'all are legends. Y'all know what's up. All right. And that brings us to our new segment, Comment of the Day.
Comment of the day. Comment of the day. Comment of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And today's comment of the day comes from the bitter bass man.
What?
Big Baby Man, Paul DiGiaro says, what kind of nonsense are you guys spreading? There's no such thing as a happy Paul. Hashtag Yankees rock. Yankees rock.
Yes, there is. And I proved it the other day when I played him that TikTok.
You made him laugh with
Yes.
TikTok.
When the guy asks Siri, call me H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A. And he's like, ha, 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 ha. He laughed his head off. So
Yeah.
he
You
has...
can't laugh like
there's
that. You
such a
can be happy
ball.
for split seconds. There's moments and times.
Little microbursts.
He's not bitter.
of
He's not
happiness.
bitter 24/7.
No.
He's bitter like 23/7.
Yes.
23/6.
Yeah.
Bitterness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment of the day to the bitter bass man Paul the Jar, which brings up another thing. We released a single. If you saw the video yesterday, Paul and I released a single. It's on iTunes and Amazon
Insert clapping,
Music,
yay, here.
and it's on YouTube underneath where the
Yeah, triple threat.
distribution company puts a video out on YouTube for you. So yeah, you go check it out. Link down description here. Amazon Music, iTunes. You can go buy a 99-cent single
You sure can.
that has.
We're trying to raise enough
me and
money
Paul.
to go eat pizza.
Yeah, the goal is to sell enough copies to go buy a pizza. So that means we need to sell about
Like 1,000 copies. Because you don't get the whole 99 cents.
No, about 500. If we get to sell like 500 copies, 599-cent downloads,
There you go.
that'll
We'll see.
almost be enough to buy a pizza. So go check
Maybe
that
it's
out.
small.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a small pizza.
Yeah.
A baby pizza. So check that out. Paul Giroux. Next question. Big John from the
Big Bad John.
state of Florida says, hashtag Texas Viper. Hi guys, would you two rather go camping for 3 days in Florida or 3 days in Texas? Not everything is bigger in Texas. Our mosquitoes, I think you mean our mosquitoes are as big as pterodactyls. I've seen them carry off small babies.
You said pterodactyls. Pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls.
The P is-
Patera.
Yes.
Pterodactyls. So there's the P there.
Yeah.
Carry off small babies. Angela, I had a cottonmouth climb into my boat when I was fishing in the middle of Lake Jessup. Hashtag alligator capital of the world. He had a cottonmouth up in his boat when he was fishing.
No.
All right. Camping for 3 days in Florida or camping for 3 days in Texas?
Texas.
Easily.
Easy, Texas.
Easily.
That's why I laughed.
Yeah.
No, I ain't camping
Yeah.
in no Florida. It's too muggy.
It is.
Uh-uh.
It's, all right. In East Texas, it gets pretty humid.
Yes.
West Texas is not humid. It can get very humid here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's even more humid in Florida.
Yeah, because it's like swamp.
It's redonkulous.
Right.
Like ridiculous.
Because not only do they have the Gulf, but they also have the, whatever, ocean.
Ocean.
Which ocean is that? Atlantic. Yeah. The Atlantic Ocean. I'm tired.
It is.
Why do we
It
film
is.
these things and I have to know geography?
I don't know. It's
At
late
10 o'clock at night.
after we've already taught music all day long.
Okay, so not only that, they have the Gulf of Mexico on one side and the Caribbean at the tip. They have the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. So it's just like constant water everywhere. Just like constant.
And it's inhabited by Florida man.
Yeah, and
Florida
not only that,
man.
but you have alligators like everywhere. Like everywhere. Everywhere.
I mean, we have gators.
But y'all's
not
landmass
everywhere.
isn't that big, so they're everywhere.
It's a-
Where in Texas, you can kind of find a place where they're not and camp. In Florida, your likelihood of snakes, skeeters, and gators are high. So, nah. No thanks.
I like to go to the beach in Florida. But I don't want to go...
Yeah, but even then.
I don't want to camp on the beach, though, because there's sharks.
Right. And then you have those gnats, those fleas, those sand fleas and gnats. And,
Sand ticks.
yeah, and stuff like that. No, it's okay. And jellyfish. But
Great question, Big John. Texas for the win. For
Florida's
this
a very beautiful state.
Yeah, I've been there many times.
It's beautiful. It really is. Aesthetically, Florida is gorgeous. It's like a little bitty paradise in the United States.
It's like a
And,
little
but
taste
then,
of
but then
Caribbean.
you stop, and then you really look around, and then you're like, That's how East Texas is.
They got big Florida trucks.
That's how East Texas is. It's like you'll drive through and you're like, oh my gosh, look at all this pasture and forest and land. Oh, look at that beautiful rolling hills of. You see the, especially in the spring with all the green stuff. But then you stop and you actually stay a little while and you're like, meh.
Cows.
Cows. And then you're like, stinks a little bit over here.
Smells like manure. Now that's West Texas.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for the question, John. Sorry. No offense,
Sorry,
Florida. Texas wins. Next question. Jeffrey Egan. He said the company. Oh, he was talking about. I got to explain this because it was a long comment.
Okay.
Jeffrey was talking about a Harley Davidson dealership he knew that was smaller, and how like Harley Davidson corporate tended to favor the big giant dealerships that spent bajillions of dollars,
Right.
and the smaller mid-sized Harley Davidson dealerships kind of got the shaft. Really. And he was saying the company favored bigger multi-dealership owning entities over the independents, which is why many of them are closing their doors after decades of business.
That's sad.
So he told the company to go fornicate with themselves and close up shop. He said, screw you guys, Harley Davidson. To me, it seems the instrument manufacturers favor the larger online retailers for whom I've purchased my more expensive guitars because they offer payment plans, thus feeding his addiction. I do own American Fender, Gibson, and a Harley or two, but the majority of my guitars are imports, and I've owned metric motorcycles, but never part with my American Strat or Harley. Anyway, question. As a small business owner, are you feeling this at all, especially in this current climate with the good old boy billionaires trying to eliminate all their competition? So he's talking about, do we kind of get that? Do the manufacturers...
The bigger boys get all the attention.
Favor the larger, bigger retailers?
Yeah, I believe so.
For sure.
That's one of the reasons why or Ryan, really, and I just came along with his vision, but we focused on lessons more than carrying inventory, because inventory, when you talk about any inventory, no matter what you're carrying, even if it's clothing, shoes, jewelry, whatever it is, those companies that distribute it are always in favor of the big dollar spenders. They're always looking for those, unless you're buying your stuff from like Wish in bulk, like companies that are like Wish that are in stuff that you can buy in bulk, then you are going to have to be at the mercy of big name companies that make all the stuff that you want. And yeah, of course they want those big ticket items. They don't want the guys that can only afford, a couple of $1,000s worth of inventory a month. We felt it and then not felt it, kind of, because I think our focus hasn't really been on gear as much in the last year or two. Then we have really focused on lessons, because again, that is our bread and butter. And I think if more stores like us, music, obviously you can't have a clothing store that teach private lessons.
Right.
But like more stores like us did that, then they would be a little bit safer. But most of them right now, their money is tied up on the wall and on the floor. It's not in stuff like this.
And retail is very fickle. Extremely fickle.
Oh gosh, clothing
business.
is crazy because they
sure.
do seasonal. So, and if you have, summer colors, trying to sell them in the fall, they're not going to sell. They are just not going to sell unless you mark them down to below your cost. And it's heartbreaking because people can't afford to do that for the most part.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like that in every industry. It's obviously it's like that with Harley Davidson motorcycles, and it's going to be like that with anything. Honestly, the more money you spend, the more valuable you are to the company. But there's always a bigger fish, right? We've learned that in the guitar business, where there was another. I've seen bigger stores try to really give the business to smaller dealers and just try to muscle them out
or pretentiously,
or screw them over.
Truly bigger,
and then there's bigger stores than them come and do it to them, and I'm like,
we've seen that many times.
You were an ass to all these other smaller people, and someone even bigger than you came and stepped on you. Man.
Yeah,
rough.
And it's pretty. It sucks that right now as a nation we're dealing with that, with all the changes that have happened, and as much relief as they want to give us, it's not going to make up for the loss and the amount that we've all had to struggle with across the board. Because with us, even with parents, and y'all saw this and experienced this with us. With parents, we had a lot of parents in the oil industry, out on the oil fields, and not that these guys were big tycoons; they were just working out in the fields. And if those rigs get turned off, then they can't put food on the table, or they don't know how long they're going to be. It's like being in construction; you don't know how long the next contract is going to hit your table. So they have to be like, okay, well, we have X amount of dollars in the bank, but that maybe has to we have to live on that for how long? 6 months, a year, 2 years? How long is that going to work? So a lot of our families were hurt. Teachers were hurt when the school shut down and things changed. It was just, it was pretty crazy. So it's sad that these billionaires and these people are taking advantage of that. And not only do they get to reap the benefits of having the money capable of buying in to these other companies and joining arms with these other companies that help boost them, but they also get the tax breaks, and they also are able to go through the loopholes because they can afford the lawyers and the accountants and all the people that help them get out of that. So it stinks, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
There's ebbs and flows of everything, and then the next round over, those people might lose their jobs, and the person who learned from this mistake can be the next millionaire. So that's the other thing. That's the other thing about capitalism and moving through.
Capitalism, baby.
You don't know.
Yeah. You just gotta adapt.
You do.
Just gotta adapt.
Both shows.
Find a way to do what you do.
You gotta keep on trucking.
Yeah, keep on trucking. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the question, Jeffrey. I appreciate it, man. Oh,
next.
Another question from Jeffrey Egan. I didn't even see this. Hashtag Texas Viber. Here's a less controversial question. I think because he was like, if you don't want to answer this, that's fine. You don't have to.
If I was answering the one about the prick, then
yeah,
and it's okay.
So here's the last one. If you take the Desert Island Rig question literally, one guitar, one amp, one pedal, and you happen to have a clip-on tuner on your guitar or in your gig bag or case, what pedal would you choose then? I'm assuming your amp already has overdrive channel. What effects pedal would you choose? Well, last week we talked about Desert Island Rigs. So like what guitar, what amp, what pedal, and mine was my Gibson Explorer. Mesa Boogie and a tuner pedal. Because on both of my pedal boards I have tuner pedals. I'm like, that's pretty essential. But let's say we had a clip-on tuner, right?
Right.
What pedal that's not a tuner? I think that's the question. Is what pedal that's not a tuner?
If you have the little
would I have? It would probably have to be. Well, if it was my Mesa amp, it'd have to be a reverb pedal. Because my Mesa dual rack does not have reverb built in. So I like some reverb.
Yeah.
There's a tight squeeze between reverb and delay. I could get along without delay, but I need a little bit of reverb.
I got you.
Faux show. And if you get the right one, like I have a Boss RV 500, which is great. It's like the broke dude's Strymon, like a working man Strymon amp, Strymon pedal. It's a reverb pedal, but it does have some delay built in. So I would take my Strymon. I'm not fancy. I can't afford Strymon stuff. I'm just a regular dude. So I have the Boss RV 500.
Right.
That's what I would take.
Sounds good. I agree. That's what I would do too.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And next question, Terry Starks. Ryan and Angela. First, Ryan, where are bands going now since big venues and outdoor festivals are shut down for a long time? And Angela, theaters may not come back, so what direction is Hollywood going to do to entertain us? Thanks again for the great show. Thank you, Terry. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well. All right, well, what are bands doing now? Well, they're struggling. Some of them are struggling.
Some.
Now, the big,
depends on what state you live in.
Guns N' Roses is fine. Metallica's fine. The giant bands, they're fine.
Yeah, the ones who've made millions over the years.
Yeah, the ones who are already bajillionaires, they're probably fine. Right? The Eagles are fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's the smaller and mid-sized bands that are probably really struggling. But
yeah.
I know some have been doing like live concerts, like streaming. Like, hey, spend $15 and you can attend a live stream. We're gonna do a concert for you. It's like they just basically do it kind of live. They film it.
Right.
And you can do that. So bands are doing that. What else are they doing?
I
Releasing
think,
music.
Yeah, they're releasing music. A lot of them have, like you said, have taken to social media. I've noticed, and they have gone to well, basically what you just said. They've gone to venues. Like I've watched Josh Groban. He's already put on a concert. Natalie Grant's put on a concert. There's quite a few people that have put on concerts, and they do it limited seating. Only a certain amount of people can show, and the rest you can view it from your home for a certain amount of money. And they'll go live on YouTube,
like pay-per-view.
or like
pay-per-view,
pay-per-view, basically. And you get to watch their concert as it's happening live. Josh Groban did it right after the closures happened, the quarantine happened, and he had maybe like 20 people out in the audience, but it was like in a huge theater in New York. And then after it was all filmed, they got to come to the live filming, and he had even stars come up there, and they were like, I mean, they were social distance, but they got to sing, and they put it up later on YouTube, but you got to buy a ticket. So I think some places are having these exceptions where if they go under the state requirement of gatherings, then they can pull it off. It's just going to be a very private show.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're able to do the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl happened. I didn't watch it.
Just saying. There was a lot of people there. A lot of people there, and a lot of them were not social distanced.
Moving more to a pay-per-view style kind of a thing.
But that's how I see it. Yeah.
All right. Theaters may not come back, so what direction is Hollywood going to entertain us? Well, Angela and I went to the movie last week.
We went to the movies.
We went to a movie in Gun Barrel City, Texas.
Yeah.
We could go to the movie theater there. We went and watched Monster Hunter on our first date anniversary.
Yes.
First date anniversary.
The anniversary of our first date, not first date anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, every year on the anniversary of our first date, we go and recreate our first date.
Yes, with
KFC
and a
crappy movie. We saw The Relic
the first time
back in '97.
Every time we recall this, I always think of those old couples on When Harry Met Sally. We are those old couples.
No, we're not
now.
old. We're middle-aged couples. One day we'll be super old. Like, remember when we went to see The Relic?
Now that whole scene is
KFC?
probably like, offending people because they had people. Oh, the camera went flip flip.
Yeah, it does that.
But yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, so we went to the movies. Now it was like limited seating.
Yeah, and I don't know when they filmed that.
What?
Monster Hunter.
Oh, I don't know.
A couple years ago.
They're filming movies right now.
Yeah.
Thor's Love and Thunder's being
They're
filmed
filming
right now.
The Chosen right now. People wear masks, and whenever they do certain scenes, whenever they're not doing their scenes, they have their masks on, and then they have it to where they kind of pass each other and stuff like that. They're very cautious about it, but they're filming the TV show The Chosen. So
I think the theaters are just limited. Well, where we are, it's just limited seating. They can't have packed out theaters. And I've noticed like a lot of the movies now, they're releasing them like in the theaters, but also direct to what did we watch the other day?
HBO
Max or something. You could pay money and you could watch it from the comfort of your own home.
They're gonna still do it.
Yeah, then that's the trillion-dollar industry.
They're not gonna not do it.
The amount of money that Netflix alone rakes in is insane in streaming. So they're gonna. Yeah. Americans love their movies. Well, everybody loves movies.
It's just like with football. They're not gonna not do it.
Yeah, they're gonna figure out a way
too much money
to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Terry. Appreciate it. Hope you're well. Next question, Captain Chris. Just Fun Guitar, hashtag Texas Viper, hashtag RNA, hashtag KTMA. You can click on those hashtags and it takes you to stuff in YouTube.
Yeah. Yes, I know. That's what
hashtags are for. Sounds like Texans need to be careful for those snakes over there, y'all. He said y'all. So here's a new question for the Yankees. I ain't no Yankees here, Chris. Only Yankee here is Paul. Only Yankee around these parts is a bitter baseman.
He's not a Yankee anymore.
He's not even. Well, if you've lived in Texas for a couple of decades.
Almost 30 years, you're not a Yankee anymore.
Yeah.
For over 30 years.
Yeah. He ain't no Yankee. And so what is the national anthem of Texas, and can you play it on guitar?
Oh gosh.
Well, we don't have a national anthem.
No, but we
have
have
a state song.
We have a state song, and we have a couple. We have like a state song that's kind of like our national anthem.
Yes, basically.
And then we have state songs.
Multiple
about our songs.
Yeah.
So everybody knows the stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
And then we have Texas, our Texas, oh hail the mighty state.
That's the one.
Okay.
Texas, our Texas is the actual state
I learned that in the 5th grade.
Song.
And I never sang it after that. But that stuck in my head like
Texas,
our Texas, oh hail the mighty state.
Yeah.
We're like, so beautiful and great. So,
yeah, I haven't sang the state song.
Oh gosh.
Probably since like elementary school.
Yeah, well, I was like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We
Miss
had to learn it
Gurley's
back
class
then.
because we learned the preamble, we learned the Gettysburg Address, and we learned the Texas national Texas song.
Well, and then there's like every single Pat Green song. It's like sing songs about Texas.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either.
I can't remember the lyrics because I don't listen to Pat Green.
I sing songs about Texas. I'm like, you had me at Texas, Pat Green.
Yeah.
I don't even like Texas country.
Yes.
But as soon as they start singing songs about Texas, I'm like, I like this guy.
I'll listen to it.
I like this.
Yeah, that's right.
I do not know how to play Texas or Texas on the guitar.
Yeah.
Never learned it. I was trying to find chords for it. I can't find it. But I did find my second favorite song about Texas.
Am I singing this?
And we're going to sing it right now. My second favorite song, Texas state song.
It's
is
like,
this
where'd
one.
that guitar come from?
It's Angela's guitar.
Okay. Let's see if I can get it. Wish I was back in Texas. The ocean's no place for a squirrel.
It's true.
I wish I was in Texas, prettiest place in the world. Oh no, I guess deep in my heart, I'll always be a Texas girl. I wanna go That was my version of yodeling. I am not a yodeler. I've always wanted to be able to yodel, but I cannot yodel.
You gotta listen to some more Jewel songs.
Yes, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh, that girl's
So
phenomenal.
that's what I consider the Texas
That's
state
hilarious.
song.
Yes.
Personally, deep in my heart.
Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy Cheeks.
Yes.
I missed my 20 acres.
Barbecue and pecan
pies.
pie.
Pecan
Oh,
pies.
my. She says pecan, which
She don't know. She ain't
only
heard.
because a northerner wrote that.
A Yankee wrote that.
Because she's not really from Texas.
Yeah.
I don't think.
She wouldn't be. She would say pecan if she was
Yes.
from Texas.
She say pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan pie. Oh my. She wouldn't go pecan. No, that doesn't work.
That ain't how that works.
It's that pecan. Yodeling, yodeling.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Chris. Just my guitar. And final question.
There you go.
Final question. Jonesy B. My wife and I have a deal where I can't have more guitars than she has sewing machines.
Oh,
Sweet Lord.
wow.
And since we put her a shiny new one prior to the holidays, I have my weekly slush fund stacking up for a new guitar later this year. Funny thing is, I look around locally and online, and I'm seeing that in the high-end Epiphone to Gibson range, studio range, is notify me when in stock buttons. As a guitar store owner, can you fill me in on how long will America be waiting for new guitars? They seem to be flying off the shelves, making comparing models difficult. I don't even want to go to Guitar Center until June. I was in one the holidays, and it should have just been called Center, since there are really no guitars in the world. Okay, Jonesy B, great question. You know, I was also in a Center
Yeah.
right before, after Christmas. I was shopping for
your birthday.
for my birthday for a particular guitar, and there was a Guitar Center, the one in Mesquite, Mesquite,
Arlington.
Texas. No, yeah, we went to the Arlington one.
Oh, because
Arlington had a buttload of guitars.
Yes.
Arlington was wall-to-wall guitars,
Yes.
stacked
Yes.
everywhere.
Stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks, fat stacks of guitars in Arlington, Texas,
Yeah.
where Pantera
And Cowboys.
lived. Yeah, and the Cowboys.
And Rangers.
Six Flags. Arlington Guitar Center's got some stuff. The one in Mesquite, Texas, had crap, like nothing. I was like empty. I'm like, what is going on here? But
These people be shopping.
a lot of the guitar centers are going to be shutting their doors. I mean, they are going to be closing.
Right.
A fair few guitar centers. The ones that are not profitable, they're going to be shutting down. So I have a feeling the ones you go into, there's nothing on the walls, they ain't going to be around for long.
Yeah.
They are going to keep some guitar centers. They're going to keep the bigger ones that do most of the business. That's what's going to happen with that. As far as when things are in stock again, I don't know. Like we're struggling out right now. We have hardly any guitars here.
Yeah.
Like we have like
What you see behind us?
ain't much here. And the problem is nobody has any. Like I was trying to get. We've been Washburn dealers since 2010.
Since the beginning.
Since El Beginningo.
Yes, that's mine.
This is Angela's. It's not for sale. You can't buy it. This is Angela's acoustic.
That's what I teach my lessons with.
Yeah. And it might be the only Washburn we have in the building. And I was looking.
Your electrics.
Yeah. Well, I have some Washburn electrics that are mine. You can't buy them. We have some Washburns that are ours that you can't buy. But I was looking at the distributor, the retailer for who handles Washburn. I went online. I'm like, "What you got?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And they just released some new models. They got these cool like ebony wood acoustic guitars. I'm like, "Sweet, those look rad. I need some." And I'm going like, "Nothing. Everybody's out of stock. None of the suppliers usually have guitars. A lot of them don't. Well, what we need in the shop here, because we sell a lot of locally, is acoustic guitars, and I'm having a lot of trouble finding some acoustic guitars in order to stock for here at the shop.
Right.
A lot of it has to do supply and demand. Obviously, COVID messed up everything, so a lot of the factories overseas got shut down. A lot of our USA factories were shut down. Obviously, back last year in the spring and summer, and depending on where they're located, a lot of the factories here were closed too.
True.
And the ones overseas were closed. And then when they finally reopened, there's a huge backlog of orders to fill. And even like with orange amps, we finally just got some orange amps the other day, and I've got one on order for somebody. But they're like, and the tankers are coming in, loaded down with the giant cargo tankers that are huge coming in. And they're all backed up because there's not enough people to come unload them on the docks. This is the story I got from Orange anyways. Like, listen, we're trying to get, tankers are waiting to come in, and then there's not enough people to actually unload them and process them and then ship the stuff to us, and then we can get it to you.
Right.
And then there's a huge amount of back orders. He's like, well, we have a shipment coming in of this, but we got to go and fill all the back orders first. And then we'll see what's left, and then maybe we can send you some stuff.
Right.
Same thing with a different guitar company. Who did I talk to?
I can't remember.
I've talked to another company that I'm like, hey, what do you guys got? They're like, it was Court, I think. And I was like, hey, you guys got some acoustics? They're like, we got a shipment coming in, but it's gonna
go
back
out.
orders, back orders.
Right.
So the problem is there is a huge demand for guitars at the moment, and the supply was just completely stopped. So I don't know. It depends when they fill all the back orders. And eventually it'll get caught back up, I'm sure, unless factories have to close again and they shut everything down again. But it could be a while.
Could be.
It could be. Stuff is trickling in.
Brace yourselves.
Trickling in. But it's not just the manufacturing. It's like, there's the delivery system, which I think is
Because people have to work the docks.
Yeah, there's
people
a glitch in the system
on both ends, loading them, moving them, and unloading them.
Yeah, and then processing them and getting them out of those giant containers.
Right, and then
onto shipping, onto trucks to ship to wherever they gotta go.
There's trucks, men, and truck drivers that's gone down, and people getting mad at truck drivers where they were being accosted in California, and a lot of them couldn't even leave California because of people stopping them from leaving California because they were scared they were going to spread COVID.
Right.
Or the sickness.
The sickness. Down with the sickness. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Who knows? And America is a large place. There's thousands of music stores in the United States.
Just shop around.
Not just Guitar Center, which has hundreds of stores.
My mama told me.
And of course there's the big online places, but there's thousands. I think there's like 5,000 or 6,000 music stores in the United States.
Something like that.
In toto. And so trying to fulfill orders for thousands of stores with limited stuff
It's going to take a while. It's
not to
take
mention,
a little while. But then, you know.
Not to mention stores overseas. Like there are stores in England and Europe that sell American guitars. They're trying to get stuff from here over there. So it could be a while. It's like a good thing and a frustrating thing. So in one way, the sickness almost saved a lot of music stores because all of a sudden they've had all this inventory they're sitting on forever and wasn't moving. And all of a sudden, everybody's buying guitars.
So they're sweet.
They got a shot in the arm. Look at all we're finally selling stuff like it's Christmas every day. And then you're like, okay, we got to order some more stuff. And they're like, can't get it.
Right.
What? No, we've sold out of everything. We need some guitars. Back order. So maybe in a few months. I mean, I needed orange amps before Christmas. Like we were sold out in November. Couldn't get them. Oh, we get you some in February and March maybe. That doesn't help me for Christmas. So it could be a while, Jonesy. I don't know. But they will come in. It will come back eventually. It's going to be a trickle, I imagine, because it's got to catch up first. But that's what I think. Stay tuned. I'm hunting down. I'm looking at brands I've maybe never looked at before because I'm like, I got to get some acoustics, right? I got to get some guitars up in this joint.
Well, for a lot of it, it's like we said, it's our students, and they, they're looking for their first guitar, and we've had parents have to go all over other places because we don't have anything. We haven't been able to get.
Yeah, and getting it has been a challenge, honestly, for us. So, or getting the brands that we've always carried has been a challenge. And I'm a little iffy about trying out new brands that I don't have a relationship with. I'd rather keep relationships with the brands we've always had relationships with, necessarily than going to new places, because you don't know what you're going to get. Like when you try out new brands, sometimes it works out, sometimes it does not work out.
Right.
So we're a little cautious when it comes to that stuff, because we've been burned before.
Yes.
We're trying to avoid that now. All right, and that is the final question. Thank you guys so much for all those questions. All right, it's time for our game that we like to play. Do you have an idea about the answer? Think about it. We play a game that if you watch this entire video from the beginning to this point to the end, some of y'all do that. Some people do not. I know that much. Some people only watch about 10 minutes. They're like, all right, I'm done. Forget this guy. The lady's nice, but he's a prick. So some people are bail out in like 5 minutes, but some of you guys stay the whole time.
Right.
We like to kind of know who that is. So we have a little game. It's called Secret Hashtag of the Day.
Hashtag of the Day.
So if you'll leave the secret hashtag of the day in a comment below with your question for next week or your commentary on this week's topics or just by itself, we will know you watched this entire video from beginning to end.
Right.
And you have our respect and our admiration, and we think of you as a legend.
Yes.
Legendary status. And today's secret hashtag of the day is hashtag Florida Man. Hashtag Florida Man.
Big John won.
Big John. Hashtag Florida Man rides alligator to work.
Don't put all that.
No, don't put that. But it's just hashtag Florida Man. We'll know that you watched this entire video from the beginning to end. And that's just a little fun game we enjoy playing. And we think it's fun. And we'll know you're a legend. So do that if you want to be a part of this. And we'll know you watched the whole stinking thing. Yes. Who knows how long it is. Go get you a copy of the Bitter Bass Man and I's single and mine. Bitter Bass Man and mine. Triple threat. From the duo, the punk rock legend duo, Awkward PAWS. Spelled with a Z because it's more punk rock. Not PAWS, Awkward PAWS. I think would be funnier, but go get you one of those. Get you a t-shirt, some leggings, or some socks, or whatever. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Still need to get an RNA Music's leggings.
You do need to get some. I should order you some.
Yeah, you should.
I will get you some because I love you.
That'll be for our anniversary.
I love you so much.
Yeah, not our wedding anniversary because I don't want leggings for our wedding anniversary. But our first date anniversary.
Our second date anniversary, which is coming up on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
24 years since our second
Aiden's
date.
like, so it's almost Valentine's Day. You're going to do what you always do for us? I was like, what? He's like, a little stuffed animal, some chocolate. Because it's been like our tradition for the last 15 years.
Oh, yeah?
Every year I give them a small stuffed animal and a box of chocolates. So that when they wake up, And they get heart-shaped pancakes, and we do all that stuff in the mornings. Like
He's
I've done that.
counting on it.
Yeah, he is
hasn't-
counting on
Okay.
that. So when I leave here today, I'm actually probably
you're
going
gonna
to
do
go
that?
by and get their
You
Valentine's.
should get him a giant one,
Yeah.
like a giant octopus stuffed one.
I don't want to spend $20.
I don't either.
I always just spend like $5.
You should stick
On
to
the
the
stuffed
plan.
animal.
You should stick to the plan and do
Yeah.
what you've always done.
Yeah.
I want some heart-shaped pancakes.
Yeah, we'll do heart-shaped pancakes on, what is it, Sunday or Saturday?
Well, today's the 11th, so Sunday.
I don't even know. Yeah, Sunday is Valentine's.
Sunday's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yes. Happy Love Day.
Hope y'all have a lovely day.
Yes, lovely day.
Get some
Lovely
heart-shaped
day.
pancakes.
Lovely day.
Eat some chocolate. It's fine. It won't kill you if you eat it just on Sunday.
Unless you're allergic.
Unless you are allergic or you have diabetes or something like
Yeah,
that.
don't do that.
So maybe don't do that.
Maybe don't do
Get some dark chocolate, like 98% cacao.
cacao.
Chocolate.
Cacao!
Cacao.
That's what I should get him, some cacao.
You
We'll be
should
like-
get him some garbage chocolate. We're like, ooh, Dad'll eat that.
And we'll sit there with a Reese's peanut butter cup. You don't like it?
I like the dark chocolate. It's fine. All right, thank you guys so much. We will see you on the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
Yeah, even for the pricks out there.
I don't know about that. They don't deserve anything.
That's prick seed love. What?
Do they? Do they though?
Oh, man.
You're a nice lady. You're just a.
Am I?
You're strong. Are you?
Yes.
Are you though?
Dare you to look up the JL in the Bible. Jael.
Jael. Look it
Book
up.
of Judges. Google it.
Hammer time.